Hi, you're watching Whitetail Video Magazine. I'm Michael Moon. On today's video, we're looking at the power of food plots. I recently came across an opportunity. I had a camera that we put out. It's a brand new stealth cam camera. We put it out in the corner of my place, right next to our food plot where the summer release mix is, where we have cowpeas and soybeans. So we put a camera up there on the corner. We have cameras in the food plot, but we're running into problems now because the summer release mix is getting really tall. And honestly, I don't even go in there anymore because we have this thing called rattlesnakes and you can't see them at all. And I've been in those food plots before, and rattlesnakes love food plots, especially when they get tall like that, because they get on the bottom and they're hunting for rats and mice, which you're gonna have lots of rats and mice in those, picking up seeds on the ground and other things. So I stay out of there. Anyway, forgive me. But I went ahead and put a scouting station right there on the corner at the edge of the food plot. And we threw some corn out and let's go. Nothing happened. So we're standing right here on the edge of my food plot. And boy, it is really hot and heavy. We put a feeder right next to it, try to capture some pictures, and the camera seems to have not been working. But as I come down here and look at it, there's not a problem with the camera, not at all. So we put this stealth cam camera in, this mobile stealth cam camera in, and it is working, but deer are not hitting the corn that was here. We got a feeder set up right here. It's a multi-directional. It just throws feed right in front of that camera right there. I like that setup really well. They were eating the cowpeas and soybeans, but they did not touch the corn, and I couldn't understand it. I went over and checked another scouting area where we had been getting some surveillance. A lot of images coming to us. We've got about 10 cameras going right now. I'm standing here right now in one of my scouting areas. I've got a camera set up right here. I've got another camera up here on top. I've got a corn feeder right here, and then I've got a soybean feeder right here. Let's come over here and look. I put some wheat, some Milo, and buck candy, I think, deer candy or something. Anyway, it's basically peanut butter bran, and it's supposed to be really attractive. And I'm hoping to be able to get deer coming in here and get some pictures of them. But they're not coming. I'm getting pictures of them, but they're literally just coming in, getting a bite, and leaving. And I'm getting the pictures on food plots. I've got some soybeans and some cowpeas that are planted on the very end of it. And they're about 18 to 24 inches, so you can get pictures. Right now, I'm just in shock. I come over here. This has been out for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Now I'm getting pictures and I'm getting some of my bigger bucks coming in here, but it's just kind of odd. I get a picture in the distance as they're coming into bed. But what this proves to me is the power of the food plots. A 320 acre Milo field that I mentioned in the last video, this thing is ripe. It is so palatable for deer right now. They're absolutely nailing it. There are hundreds of deer in this 320 acre field. Every deer in the area is there. And we're seeing that bucks are traveling a lot. I've got cameras that are set up as far as 3/4 of a mile apart, and I'm getting a buck on the furthest camera, and then I'm picking him up again at the next camera that's in a food plot. So it's telling me that they're really hitting the food plots. The power of the food plots. I got a food plot right here. I got corn right here on the edge, and we have some corn feeding stations that we're using for scouting back in cover, really thick cover, and that's the ones that they're hitting. But they come out here and they're ignoring the corn so they can get more lush vegetation. The power of food plots. Wow. 3 or 4 pictures that we got were reality. Deer were all in that food plot. I got more pictures on that one camera in the shallow end than I got for 3 days on that corner feeder. So that tells you the power of the food plots. They're so attracted right now to green stuff. Any day now, they're going to harvest that sorghum field and we're not going to have this problem. But if that sorghum field was still going to be there when the season opened October 1st, it definitely gives us an opportunity. I mean, it's pretty easy hunting then. You find a food plot, you find their bedding areas, you set up in between on a major trail, and you're good to go, right? So what that shows me, it just demonstrates the power of the food plots. Literally, deer are right there. We've got pictures of them. They're spending hours in the food plots. I mean, from the time the sun sets till the next morning as the sun rises, there's deer all through the food plots, and that's not unusual. But I've never had it before where I've had these scouting stations out and literally deer are hardly even coming to them. I mean, I'm picking up pictures where they're walking around. I've got a fence around some of these areas when they walk right around it, and they don't have enough desire to go check it out. Or they'll come in, get a few soybeans, a little bit of corn, and then leave, and then go bed down. And then they make their trek back into the sorghum field and back into my food plots. And that's okay. We've had lots of moisture, good temperatures, and that means food plot success. So it's a different year this year altogether. I'm probably going to end up hunting more off my food plots, going to bedding areas, than I was before. Before I would just focus on a bedding area that I knew was a hot bedding area. Now you're going to want to set up a little closer to these food plots because they're in there, according to the cameras, a little closer to legal shooting light. So that's pretty exciting stuff. Anyway, thank you for watching the video today. Make it a great day. Go enjoy the outdoors, and may God bless you.